Hey everyone, it's SamVDH here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a little introductory video, sort of. So, what we're going to be looking at today is some gameplay recorded today using Hyperion in the new Act 6.2. So, it just drops now about 8 hours ago. 7.5, 8 hours approximately. And I've already done 8 of the 10 paths in the first map. The second map is bugged. The boss is regenning about what's the percentage? Like 60% more than he's supposed to. 6 times more than he's supposed to if you don't have a Fury active. So that's a huge bug. And what I'm focusing on right now is just 100%ing the first map. The only items I'm using is on energy refills. I've been through 8 paths. Every single time I've finished the map with at least 3 champs at full health, not full health, alive. At least 3 alive. One time I had 4 champs at full health, and then I had Hyperion at like 30%. And then, of course, I had used magic for the final boss in Dormammu, so she was down to like 70%. But basically, we're just going to be showing why Hyperion is the best. So before I start this recording that I have, I just want to explain the way he interacts with nodes. So the global node in this, I'm not sure the name. Let me just see if I can pop it up right here. Okay, so it's life cycle. This defender is immune to damage from debuffs. Okay, that's separate. It has 2 separate abilities. So, incinerate, bleed, poison, shock, everything. Doesn't matter. It will all not count. Incinerate, yeah. It all doesn't count. It deals no damage, but the debuff stays on there. So, if there's nodes that increase their power while they have debuffs on them, or damage over time debuffs. Also, it has what's called the life shield, and the life shield is activated every time that the opponent is knocked down. So it starts at 0.5 seconds, and every time it's increased by 0.5 seconds to a maximum of 3.5 seconds. So that means by the time you get to the end of the fight, you have to have at least used a total of 6 special 1s, special 2s, or heavies. And after, you disable the shield in order to kill the opponent, and if they have the shield still up when they get to when they die, then if they get to 1% and have 1 health left and they lose that health point, they regen back up to 10. So the strat I found best was one of 2 things. So one against the boss or against Dormammu, she can stack heavies against the wall infinitely as long as the opponent's power drained, whereas Hyperion cannot because he has a big delay in his heavies and he backs up, so he can't actually reach the wall in the first hit and he gets intercepted. But what I would do is I would build up to a special 3, which only takes about 15 seconds with Hyperion at any given point because of his power gain, and then I would just use a heavy and then a special 3 to kill them. And I'm just going to start playing now, and basically I used the reason that Hyperion is such a god for this path is he's an amazing champ on his own. But when you have a node that caters exactly to the way a champ works, it should be something that requires extra effort, but it just isn't. It just works. It just works with Hyperion. Every ability, because the way you play Hyperion is heavy special 2s and special 3s. When you need regen, you go special 3. Also, in these clips, you'll notice that these are not the first paths or the first fights on the path, and that is because I didn't even think about making this video, but the first 2 opponents were insanely easy, and I came out with a lot of health. I came out with like 80% out of both of them, so it was really not hard at all. Also, in these fights, I'm not going to be playing very well. I make multiple mistakes, and that's just to I didn't do it on purpose, but it just goes to show just how amazing he is and how forgiving he is, because not only does he have a pretty large health pool, well, mine being 565 especially, but whenever you lose health, all you have to do is get to a special 3 and then wait like 20 seconds for your 3 cosmic charges, and then you get regen, and that regen is approximately 30% of your base health. So right on this path we're taking today is Oscillate in the gameplay, but I have done a wide variety of paths with him. The only ones I haven't done are is the stun immunity path and the one that requires 2 tech champs. I have 2 tech 565 champs. I have Star-Lord and Sentinel, but I just haven't tried that path yet. And stun immunity is not going to work for Hyperion because he needs those Furies, so I'm just going to use someone else, but it's really not a hard path. I'll just use Blade. As a general rule, he just works. So you notice here, now that he's low, or she's low, I'm going to be using a heavy, and then as soon as that heavy goes, special 3. Oh, maybe I'll use one more, just get a little closer. That was a bad, yeah. It doesn't matter, I could have used it the first time, but here I just get my special 3 at 49%, boom, she's dead. So the way I did that is you notice that the timer started as soon as my heavy finished, and then I just used 3, so that was pretty simple. We're going on to the next fight. So the next fight is going to be a Gulk, and the reason I decided to record on this path is because this is arguably the hardest path. The reason I say that is because there's a super stacked Korg, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to take him with Hyperion, just so you guys see. Hyperion can take almost every champ. I think there are only 2 champs that Hyperion would not be able to take in this map, and I think that those 2 champs would be Symbiote Supreme and, or sorry, no, not Symbiote Supreme, nullifiers, auto nullifiers such as Dormammu, and also I don't think he can take a thing because their Star-Lord would be far better. So this actually isn't that bad a fight, so we're trying to get our 3 charges, but I kind of realized at the beginning of the path it's way easier to get the 3 charges when the opponent has the armor, because they're way more passive. So you'll notice I just put up my shield, he doesn't hit it. If I had done that during the Fury phase, he would just ran at me and used a heavy after the first hit of my shield. That's the way he works when he's aggressive. And right now, not really that concerned about Smash. I'm more concerned about showing off the way he works. I just got hit there. But you can see against the wall, when he hits a phase specifically on this path, he is really hard to, it's really hard to determine when he's going to swipe at you. So now I'm back up to a comfortable 50% after messing up. Decided to go for the special 3 or special 2 here, but I did not have power gain, so I did it manually. We're just gonna try to push him to the special 2, get a bunch of Furies, 11 Furies. Imagine how hard this guy hits with 11 Furies. It's just monstrous the amount of damage. So now we're up at that phase, so we're gonna be using a heavy attack, and then try to parry, and then go in for the kill. Goes in pretty fast. Also later in this video, or sorry, not in this video, but I actually tested him out against other champs. I tested him out against the Ebony Maw on one of the paths, and I was able to get a 45,000 damage special 2 with 3 crits, so that was awesome. Also, I just wanted to test how much damage his rock shields would do, and it actually did less than I thought. It only does like 700, even with the Fury active. Actually, I don't think it affects that in this fight. But yeah, I just wanted to see how much in case it was worth it, and in this fight, it's gonna be worth it to do that. I also just did take a bunch of those from my heavy attack. I didn't think that through, to be honest. There we go. And now I can only use one heavy attack against the wall, and the other would... Oh, I guess I thought the other one wouldn't, and I was right. Wouldn't push him over. So let's wait for that special. There we go. And if you guys didn't know, using a special 3 against Core takes out all of his charges, so luckily Hyperion has the ability to do that. And at this point in the fight, I'm like, oh my god, I can actually do this. I didn't think I'd be able to take this fight. We almost got our regen there, but we missed out because the charge expired. It happened again and I didn't realize. So this third time I'm like, oh my god, I see what's happening. So I just want to get a little regen off just to be safe, but I know I can just launch my special 3 here to get rid of all of his charges, and I think I do that in a second. Maybe I do it on another run, okay. That's not bad. He has his Fury up, but it doesn't matter, this guy's going down. Also, later in this fight, I get his charges up way too high, and I almost get completely screwed. Actually, it's right here. I could have gotten him completely wrecked if I had not played that better. I am extremely comfortable with Core Special 1. I think it is one of the easiest in the game to avoid, so I don't have a problem with him using it unblockable, as I will evade it 95 times out of 100. I feel pretty confident about that. Also here, I could have used another healing, but honestly I just wanted to get him down faster, so I'm going to use the Cosmic Charges for damage instead of for healing. It's awesome that you have that choice. So I think this is the last fight, so I'm just going to make like my closing remarks. Hyperion is one of the best champ for this map. There is no better champ. Ghost cannot do what Hyperion can do. He doesn't naturally get those heavies, or she doesn't naturally get those heavies. She has to use a parry to do it, and she doesn't have a high health. And that's not the way you play Ghost style, also. So that doesn't work. Corvus, you can't use Corvus because there are... normally the way you use Corvus is you bring them down with special damage, but you can't do that in this because they'll just regen back all that special damage you deal. So here I'm looking to go in for the kill. I use that special 2, I get it off, get a crit, that guy's dead. So that was the entire path, and you see I'm going into this Dormammu fight with a full health roster except for him. And that's pretty amazing. I also commented, I didn't think I was going to do commentary over this, so we're just going to see what there is. It's like this map was made for Hyperion, absolutely. The node was... I legitimately think that Kabam had Hyperion in mind when making this. They're like, is anyone really going to notice? I noticed. I am a huge Hyperion fan. I've been using him for so long, even as a 4-star. And then I got that 5-star, used a gem on him, took him to 565. And yeah, it's pretty good. So this was my 6th path. I've done 2 paths since then. I've done the Vigor path, and I've done the... oh my god, what is it? Oh, the Aspect of War path, which wasn't that bad. I just had to use magic to power lock. So I hope I did a good job of showing off this, the way you do it. It does take a stacked Hyperion, but a lot of people have stacked Hyperions in the end game. My alliance and up, we're top 200. We usually get around 165, 170, between 160 and 180 in Alliance Quest, so around there. Everyone has stacked rosters, though my prestige is only 9,300. It's not very high compared to everyone else. But also, I just wanted to make some comments about Peasant Gates. I know they're not called Peasant Gates, they're called Restriction Gates. And those are the ones, so you can see them. I'm just going to zoom in right here. So that one, that's green, that's if you have 2 or more 6-star champs. I did bring these 2 in because the path I did right before this was a it was the top right path, and the restrictions for that one are 2 6-stars. Also, oh my god, I went to the, let me fix this. I went to the beginning of the recorded video, and if you look here, those are 2 tech champs. That is the path I haven't done, the mutant path. And yeah, I really just want to say they're not that bad. I've looked at the gates in other maps. I don't have a big problem with them, honestly. Everyone started freaking out. I know Seaton made that video, which is why everyone calls them peasant gates now. I think it's an overreaction, honestly. If I had to make a comment, I would say that I approve of this move by Kabam. If you would have left it out, I think it would have made it less competitive, and I honestly agree with it. Good move by Kabam. That's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be finishing 100% this map tonight, and with 0 items, promised. The only items are energy refills. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. I'll make more guides like this if I find something that just works perfectly. I did also upload a video about 2.5 hours ago approximately. Probably 2 hours if it's 11 o'clock. Yeah. 10:30, so 2 hours ago. I also, and in that video, I use my 565 magic, and I take down both Dormammu and Symbiote Supreme, despite making multiple mistakes in both fights. I recorded better footage that had 2 flawless fights back to back, but I didn't want to upload that because I wanted to show, even when you make mistakes, she's still such a great option. That's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you